Hello, my name is Noah Crane, and I am a life and relationship coach. How would you like to create more love and peace in your life today? Have you ever met someone and had a deep connection right away? Do you want to experience that feeling all the time? I can guide you step by step to a deeper sense of love and fulfillment and teach you how to sustain it. Call me at 561-774-1991 or email me at info@noahcrane.com. You can also visit my website, noahcrane.com, noahcrane.com. I really look forward to connecting with you. Have a beautiful day. Hello everyone, my name is Noah Crane. Welcome to Create Your Greenest Grass. Connect with me each week to create a life you love. Now let's get started. Hello and welcome to Create Your Greenest Grass, where we don't leave our life to chance, but rather create a life we love. My name is Noah Crane and I'm super excited to be here with you today. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the author of the book, The Grass is Greenest Where I Am, which should be coming out by the end of the summer. My book speaks about no comparison, no competition, and no scarcity, learning to live in our own love and light and sharing our unique gifts in the world. Because I believe each one of us has a unique gift to share, and when we're able to uncover what it is, then we can bring it into the world and let it go, kind of let it just fly in the world, and then it creates itself. So we get to create and then give the gift to the world, and then the world gets to just be a better place for all of us and a better place for our children. And I'm all about making it a better future for everyone. I'm also the creator of an incredible group called Conscious Co-op. Conscious Co-op is a group that meets once a month, and we lend support and teach people by gathering them together and helping them find connections with each other, because I believe connection is the key to everything we want in our lives. We meet at the Wyndham Hotel in Boca Raton, 1950 Glades Road, from 11:30 to 2. The meetings are always full of inspiration and love and light. We have about 65 to 80 people that come together, and we always have inspirational speakers. This month, it's going to be Dr. Diane Ebdo. She's a clinical psychologist, and she'll be speaking about the art of happiness, how we can create more happiness in our lives, happiness and joy, which we can all, I'm sure, use more of all the time. So that's going to be an exciting meeting. And we always have also meditation with Sunny Arfa from Feel Great Meditate. She always gets us grounded and connected to ourselves. The energy is amazing. The people are amazing. So our next Conscious Co-op meeting is July 27th. It's a Friday. And I really hope if you want to come, you can look it up on my website. It's Noah Crane, NOAHCRANE.com. And you can sign up on my website under Conscious Co-op, and I look forward to connecting with you. And I have a very special show for you today. So I'm excited about my guest. She's also a personal friend. Her name is Shirly Gilad, and she is she's a hypnotherapist, and also she's a holistic practitioner. And she's here with us to share. We're going to be speaking about mindful eating today. So Shirly, I want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you, Nale. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Thank you so much. So maybe you could start just by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you started doing what you're doing today.
Absolutely.
A little background.
I'm happy to. So, I've been in the holistic health business for over 25 years, all the time adding on different modalities that I felt were beneficial or that I got introduced to from my personal experience, both for my own health and my family's health. Mindfulness, I've started being very interested in the field of mindfulness a few years ago. I'm a clinical nutritionist, so it's such a natural progression from nutrition and mindfulness to go into the field of mindful eating as a wise path for weight loss. So many things really everything that I do has to do with my own personal growth, the health and well-being of those that are closest to me, And this is how I accumulated all these tools.
That's great. Yes, I know you do a lot in your center. I love your center. It's really beautiful here in Boca Raton. Tell the audience again the name of your center.
I am the owner of the Holistic Center of Boca Raton. It's in East Boca on Federal Highway. Information about events and everything else that takes place at the center can be found on my website, shirlygilad.com. Shirley without an E. I'm Israeli, so it's actually Shirley.
That's beautiful. Shirley, how did you get interested? Because I know you do a lot of things, but we're going to talk about mindful eating today because I know people are very concerned about their weight and their body image, and people want to get more control. A lot of us don't have a lot of control with emotions and with food. We're going to try to give people some tools today about how to be more mindful in their eating. How did you get interested in that, in mindful eating?
So specifically mindful eating, years and years in the field of nutrition and weight management, the hypnosis that I do, behavioral modifications, which are part of the repertoire of tools that I have, got me really thinking that there is something lacking, that diets really, by definition, are a temporary solution. So diets don't work long term. Not only don't they work, very often they cause damage and a difficulty in losing weight in the future. And that syndrome of yo-yo dieting. So you go on this intermittent fasting or shakes, or regardless of the modality, this doesn't really give you tools to live your life eating food that you can actually purchase and cook in your home and create a sense of well-being that is long-lasting. And as I became more and more versed in the field of mindfulness, I decided to sit and write a curriculum, a course. And I was on vacation in Israel. It was last December or the year before. And I really sat and I took a hard look both at the research and at the different modalities. And I've created a 6-week program that I've been running at my center. What was amazing to me that during that 6 week, as I was preparing the program, I lost a whole bunch of weight. Mm-hmm. And I really wasn't attempting to lose weight. But as you write a program, like whenever you teach something, right, you become more and more proficient in it. So I became much more aware than I was at my mental habits, at what sends me to eat. And I was told years ago by a metabolic expert that I would never be able to lose the weight I gain. I have metabolic syndrome. Well, Dr. Cooper, apparently there are ways to lose the weight despite what some medical professionals think. And with ease, really, with commitment to the work, but truly with ease, with never going hungry. That's a very important point. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That is definitely a victory.
Yes, I feel that way.
That's wonderful. How is it different between? So, what's the difference between emotional eating and mindful eating?
So, emotional eating, we're all trained in it, so to speak, right? So, you have a bad day, and somehow in our mind, that is the solution to having a bad day or having a fight with your husband or having whatever it is, just a difficult time, resides in the fridge, and it's usually not carrots and celery. So emotional eating is mindless eating. It's going to search for food instead of really truly nourishing the difficulty or the grief or whatever emotion it is that's been sending you to the fridge. Mindful eating is a recognition of the emotion, noticing what's going on, even seeing yourself being driven to the fridge because you're feeling a certain way, but then making a wise choice to do something for yourself that will actually benefit you in your emotional state. So they're really kind of the opposite. Emotional eating is the opposite of mindful eating.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that something like in yoga where you, like you say, you put the pause button on? Is there a method to this where you pause?
So there is a method to it, absolutely. So the pause is important in any discipline, right? So what creates the pause is an increased level of awareness. If we are just creatures of habit and we work on automation and we don't pay attention, we are being run by that back end in our brain that just runs the show as a habit. But if we have awareness, we can pause and say, hey, what's going on? You know, is it sadness that's driving me into the fridge? Is it real hunger? Then that's a different story. Is it tiredness, right? Very often fatigue will send us eating, but eating doesn't really give you energy. Eating makes you even more tired. The digestive system takes over, more energy goes to digestion, and you become even more tired. So we're just habituated in ways that are really not very beneficial for our well-being. So yes, pause, exactly.
I was
Pause
thinking
and
about
notice.
that's great. How about as far as drinking water? Should you be drinking more water to be less hungry? That just kind of came up.
Well, you should be drinking water if you're thirsty. And you should know that very often thirst and hunger are confused. So if you're skeptical about your situation in terms of hunger, drinking a glass of water is a great idea because it will give you the information. Well, was I thirsty or hungry? You finish the glass of water, you're still truly hungry, you better go and have something to eat, something that is clean, something that is nourishing, something that will feed your body in the best possible way.
Do people in your course learn how to make better choices with their food as well?
Yeah, you know, I think the course, while it is designed, it's mindful eating for weight loss, and weight loss is a certain side effect of the program. I don't weigh people, right? Nobody comes into my studio and I put them on the scale. And it's not that I don't care about their weight loss, but I view that as a private matter between them and themselves. I provide the tools. I provide the tools to have increased awareness. I provide the tools to take that pause and then make a wiser choice for yourself. And we do that through meditation and guided processes. We work on literally mindful eating. Every time you come in for a session, we do a mindful eating exercise. It becomes the new habit. And 6 weeks, it's because we want to create a new habit. And you don't create a new habit overnight, but over 6 weeks, certainly, you'll see an amazing difference.
I read a lot that you have to chew your food a certain amount of times. Do you talk about that as well?
Well, yes. I certainly talk about chewing. I talk about taking a few nice deep breaths before you start your meal. And that could be even before you start your snack. You don't want to do anything mindlessly in life. Some habits have a purpose. They make us more efficient, right? We don't want to go to brush our teeth in the morning and every morning have to relearn brushing our teeth.
Right.
That would be kind of wasting our time. But when it comes to eating, you want to be present in that activity. Everybody talks about being in the present moment. And, what I say about being in the present moment is not just being in the present moment, it's choosing what to attend to in that moment. So if you have a meal in front of you and the TV is on, what are you paying attention to?
Yeah, not to the
to the food.
Yes, my kids.
And then you're going to eat way more than you necessarily need in terms of your real hunger because you've been distracted by the TV. So you may be very present with the TV, but that's not the wise choice of what to be present with.
Yes, in my house, I tell the kids to shut off their electronics
Right.
when we sit down to eat. It's like a rule, no electronics at the table.
We have the
because
same rule.
it's
Yeah.
very easy to get distracted when you're eating.
Right.
That's great.
Absolutely.
How can you make better choices with the food you put in your body? How do you learn to make better choices? Because it's so easy to go for the snacks and for the things that are not good for us. What's the system? Do we have to plan ahead more?
Planning ahead is a mindful activity, but to be quite honest, if you choose to eat clean and you follow the rules of clean eating, you can eat clean in any situation. At least I'm grateful that where we live, there are so many options, right? You walk into a restaurant in this part of the world and you can ask for vegetables, you can ask for lean protein, you can ask for what will benefit you. And that's also part of the process. So to say, I'm very conscientious about what I eat. I want to make sure, let's say, that there's no sugar in the salad dressing, because if you ask, you'll find out that there's sugar in 99% of salad dressings. And if that's something that disagrees with you, you need to be proactive and ask. And then you can ask, give me, olive oil and some lemons, dress your own salad. There are always options. There are always choices. It's okay to snack, but what do you snack on? Is it almonds or is it, Pop-Tarts?
Yes.
Snack on almonds. And you'll be okay. I think an important point to make is that people look at that, at having to make choices as a state of deprivation. And that's a mindset that we work on. You're not being deprived of that chocolate cake. You're choosing not to poison yourself by not eating the chocolate cake. So it's a state of mind, it's a mindset, it's mindfulness.
I always think that chocolate cake's not going to look good on my body. So I'm not eating it because I picture it like going on my body and I'm like, no way, I'm not eating that.
So visualization is an incredibly powerful tool. We work a lot during the 6 weeks on visualization, on seeing yourself in the way you want to be. And that's right in line with the work that you do, Noah, right? So having a vision and working towards it, but you have to have the vision.
Right.
If you don't have the vision, it's very hard to make any goal
You're just shooting in the dark.
Right. When you have a vision and you infuse that vision with emotion, with passion, then things start happening in that way.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. How does the mind-gut connection work?
So, we have a brain in our gut. There's incredible information that comes out of this past few years looking at neurotransmitters in the digestive system. So, when you feel, many people will feel like anxiety in the gut, or their stomach will go kind of crazy when they're upset or excited. That's the brain in the gut. It's showing you that it actually has incredible power. Once you start understanding that there's an information that goes from mind to gut and from gut to mind, then you need to understand also that what your thoughts feed your gut affect your digestion, and also what the food that you ingest and is in your gut will affect your brain and your mind. And that knowledge is so powerful in creating a change in your nutrition, in your habits. They're not separate systems. We are all one individual with our spirit, with our body and our mind. And what we do with that gift that we have of this body in this lifetime makes a big difference. We want to model well for our kids. We want to have a healthy, fulfilling life that is not encumbered by illness that has to do with just poor nutritional choices.
Yes, makes a lot of sense. So how do we take our power back in our lives? What's the key that people really take away from the course where they get to be more empowered in the choices they make? What's something you can give the audience today where they can feel a little more empowered in their choices?
So, what I say very often to people say to me, oh, I have such great willpower when it comes to this and this, but when it comes to food, I don't have any willpower. And what I have to say to that is, if you have willpower, you have it. Mm-hmm. You have it for everything. It's just how you manage your life and what you choose to bring the power into. So it's a mind shift, right? It's taking a look at your life and making a choice for yourself. Simple things, really. A few deep breaths before each meal. Even if the first bite of each meal is a bite that you take with mindfulness, meaning you chew well, you notice the textures, you notice how the food starts melting in your mouth, even if that first bite was that bite, the meal will already look different. Mm-hmm. So just a few deep breaths and mindfully eating the first bite of each meal will already create a change in your life. And then that mindset that says, I want what is best for me. I want what is best for me. I'm not being deprived. I'm choosing what is best for me. Mm-hmm. It makes a huge difference in how you go through your day. You go to a party. If in the past you would go and say, oh my God, now I can't have this and I can't have that. Instead you say, oh, I'm choosing not to have this and that, and I'm going certainly to have, whatever, the strawberries, the vegetables, the whatever it is that is on your plan and is good and clean for you.
I mean, you feel good because you made the choice and you weren't working your emotions towards making the wrong choices.
Feeling shame and embarrassment. How did I do it again? Why did I eat like this? you just pull yourself out of that vicious cycle of acting in a manner that doesn't support your values, then being miserable about acting in a manner, then eating more crap, because you've chosen the wrong food and now you're miserable.
Because you feel guilty.
You feel guilty, you feel shame.
How about eating more often? What I notice is I get really hungry. If I don't eat with, a few hours,
Right.
then I get a lot more hungry. Then I'm overeating because I'm hungry. And now I'm not even chewing my food because I'm just like, just want to
So I really do recommend at least every 3 hours, sometimes even more often. So we want to go before that
hunger
point where you should be hungry when you eat, but not starving. So again, when you starve, you're going to eat too fast. You're not going to have a chance for the gut to let the brain know I'm full. You're going to overeat. You're going to feel overfull. You're going to feel miserable, and you've done nothing. And you can always carry almonds in your bag. So
That's true.
It's the easiest thing. Nuts are really the easiest thing to carry around, so you don't get to the point of starvation. Also not to go very hungry shopping for food, right?
Right.
Because you're going to certainly either go through the aisles and pick things that you shouldn't have and you wouldn't have if you weren't starving, right?
Right.
Or go by the pizza counter and pick a slice which you wouldn't even consider if you weren't starving.
What I also do is when I go to parties, I make sure I eat before I go. So I don't go hungry to a party because it takes a while before the
food
food comes. It takes a long time. And by then, if I'm hungry when I leave, I'm going to be starving by the time everything happens. So just planning ahead is so important with everything, right?
Which is a mindful practice, right?
Right.
So you take a look at what's coming. You know your weaknesses and your strength. You play to your strength. You accommodate the weaknesses in a way that allows them to be put aside like obstacles, and you're on a path that really supports your health and well-being on all levels.
That's awesome. So how is the mindful living program, kind of going back to that, how will it support some of our listeners if they want to sign up for it? When do you offer the course? Can you talk a little bit about that?
So I have 3 new groups that are starting in September.
Wow.
There is I wanted to offer 3 groups at kind of at the same time at different times and days, so it will be available to more people. It's a very it's a fun program. People love it. People enjoy it because you have a part that is the discussion. People can share their difficulties and their solutions. We do a meditation in each of the meetings. It's a 6-week program, an hour and 15 minutes once a week. There's a Thursday morning, a Tuesday evening, and a Sunday morning available. I limit it to 15 people, so these are small groups, so everybody can have the chance to participate. You receive a food plan, the guided meditation downloads, nutritional instruction, a lot of education, and many, many mindfulness tools.
If people get really good results by the end of the 6 weeks, have you seen big drastic results in people?
People have said it changed their lives. You have to understand our relationship with food is almost like a microcosm to our relationship with ourselves. So when we change that and we feel that we are taking charge of our mind, that we direct the show, everything falls into place. All of a sudden, your relationship with your spouse is much more calm. Both are meditating and everybody's eating clean. Eating clean affects your mood.
Definitely.
You eat clean, your mood is more even. So people lose many, many pounds and have really a transformative experience. Yeah, I love it. To me, it's such a gift to go through this process again and again. And I lose weight every time.
That's awesome. It's like stepping in your power.
That's
because
right.
everything is connected. Like we said, mind, body, soul, it's all connected. We all have to be healthy in every part of our body. So when we are able to find that and create more wholeness in our own lives, it really helps us step even more into our power and feel better about ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's very true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know we have the number up of how people can find you. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about the program coming up, or anything more about mindfulness that you can think of that you want to say about it? Or let's see. How can people connect with you? You could also give the number out again. And
so I'm happy to talk. I'm happy to answer any questions. You can always schedule a 30-minute free phone call with me through the website on shirlygilad.com. That's available. You can text or call me at 561-504-6669. There are many other programs that are offered at the center. And I have to say, though, this 6-week mindful eating, a wise path for weight loss, is something I'm particularly proud of. It's just, it's done well. It's very successful. The results are, you can look at video testimonials. They're on the website on that page. So it's really a wonderful program. I highly recommend it. I know I created it, but I really do highly recommend it.
I'm actually interested in it. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, this is something I could use, because I know that it's the way I eat sometimes. I do wait too long and I am so hungry, so I'm not in touch with what I need right at that moment. So it was calling me. I was actually looking at it and being like, this program is calling me.
Yeah, I would love to have you.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Yes. Yeah. So you can find Shirly Gilad and connect with her. She would love to help you get more mindful with your eating. Thank you so much for being here today. I want you to remember till next time the mantra, the grass is greenest where I am. The grass is greenest where I am, because it really is. You don't have to compare yourself to anybody else. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Find the right support. Find the right people to support you on this journey. They're there. They want to do the best for you. You just have to love yourself first. So find that love, find the connection. Find people like Shirley that can help you get empowered, mind, body, and soul, meditation, connection, visualization. It's a beautiful thing. So when we're able to come more into ourselves and more into our power, everything shifts in our lives. So we actually change the whole outside world when we can change our inside. Until next time, I look forward to connecting with you next Thursday. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, Shirley, so much for being here with me. I really enjoyed talking to you. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Hi, this is Noah Crane. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Remember, the grass is greenest where you are. Tune in next week as we keep exploring and finding and recreating a life we love. Hello, my name is Noah Crane, and I am a life and relationship coach. How would you like to create more love and peace in your life today? Have you ever met someone and had a deep connection right away? Do you want to experience that feeling all the time? I can guide you step by step to a deeper sense of love and fulfillment and teach you how to sustain it. Call me at 561-774-1991 or email me at info@noahcrane.com. You can also visit my website, noahcrane.com, NOAHCRANE.com. I really look forward to connecting with you. Have a beautiful day.